All right. Here is your daily free Oracle card reading. It's a little bit of spiritual guidance, some spiritual tips to keep you moving along your spiritual trip. Just some self-awareness principles and practices, some ideas that you're going to be able to use to expand your consciousness and really live more effectively as that great person that you really are, that unique person that you really are. Oh, the trickery card. Hey there. Are you trying to trick somebody into doing something? How dare you? No. The trickery card isn't that at all. Somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Someone's trying to trick you. No. None of that. This card is an awesome card, and I'm going to read it to you right here and now. I picked it, I'll read it, and it's going to be what you need to hear right now for your highest good. Now, the first thing that it's showing us is that the trick of life is to know this core idea, which is what? Which is that we are, again, a dual being. What do I mean? We are a limited self, represented by the squirrel, a little self called Brian, called you, called whoever you are in the world. And in the world, we work as a limited self. We do our job. We do the things we're interested in. We use our words. We take actions day by day, caught in time, doing things that we are inspired to do. And we're gathering our little nuts like the little squirrel. Aw, and sometimes we are kind of nuts, aren't we? Because our emotions are all springing and jumping and banging into things. And sometimes we spill our little basket of goodies on the ground, meaning that sometimes we trip over ourselves, sometimes we say things in a way that is offensive. Oops, I'm so sorry. It's not like we meant to do those things. It's just sometimes our emotions, because they are so powerful, they can sometimes push and pull us in different directions, and we accidentally spill. I bump my head all the time, not all the time, and I don't want to say that I do that all the time. Instead, I'll say, in the past, I have bumped my head quite frequently. Now, I may never bump my head again, but I'm using my language to better program my existence. Now look, in the world we are a dual being. So the trick is to know that you are a squirrel or a limited self that is doing things in the world, our feet on the ground, to take our actions, to use our words, to do what we sense is the next right thing. We need ourselves to be able to drive around in this world. How else are we going to get into the car and actually use the wheel? We need a hand, and how are we going to see anything without eyes? So we need our physical body, our limited self in the world. But we are a dual being. This is what the trick is. We're a dual being. We are also this green giant dragon. This is representative of our non-material spiritual being, our inner consciousness, the thing that's seeing through your eyes, hearing through your ears. It's knowing stuff, seeing stuff, it's being stuff, it's embodying stuff. It is the leader of the you. It is the hidden thing inside the squirrel. It is the big green heart chakra, and the heart chakra is just another word for the spiritual part of the body that is the core of who we really are. Our conscious awareness, our spiritual effectiveness, our spiritual conduit of energy that we put into the world of our personal relationships, into the world of our interests and our goals, which are the little basket of nuts, right? Each one of us has a different goal or a different unique expression in the world, and as we are operating as this dual being, we are letting our spiritual self, our inspired self, bring those brand new fresh green, healthy, wellness, green, brand new ideas into the world to play out through our limited self, through our squirrel. And the good stuff that we are planting in the world are like these little acorns. Here's a big acorn, big idea. Our spiritual self says, wow, I just had a new idea. Wow, I'm following God, Christ consciousness. I'm following the universe. I'm following all of these wonderful new inspirations. Boom, I get that big idea. I get that big guidance, right? And then I bring it to my personal self by talking about it, acting on it, expressing it, playing it out in the drama of life. That is the trickery or the trick to what it's like to be alive. This is a place of a dual being. You are more than just yourself. So that's the big message first in the card. Is the trick is to know that you are not just a self who's trapped in the world, who's a victim of the world. No. You are a spiritual presence of God, source, universe, the Christ, whatever you want to call it. In Buddhism, they call it the Atman. Whatever word you use for this you of you, this thing that's been looking through your eyes since you were little, that's inside of you. That non-material self is what the dragon represents. Now, The other thing the card shows is that it is trickery if we're just caught only like this, if we only are our limited self and we haven't woken up spiritually. Now there's other videos on my channel here about spiritual awakening, how to wake up spiritually, 3 simple steps. Look for that video. It's called Spiritual Awakening, Easy Spiritual Awakening, 3 simple steps. Also, there's other videos that are titled Spiritual Awakening on my channel that will help you identify with this other part of yourself. If you can recognize something, you can make use of it. The squirrel has to recognize what a nut is in order to pick it up and keep it so that it can have that in the world. If we don't know what things are, we're not going to be able to make use of them. Yeah, you know how it is. Right now there's a ton of stuff going on all around us and we're just not recognizing it. So we're not able to pluck it and make use of it. But you want to definitely learn or know, if you don't already, that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So you can recognize that more and more. The trick to that is by pausing and breathing and just going within in meditation and really soaking in the different videos on this channel that talk about waking up spiritually, living spiritually, recognizing our awareness, ourself, and our awareness as separate things, all of that. So the other message here in this is, it's a winter card. Look at this. Even in the winter, when things seem cold, when life seems cold and we feel maybe oppressed or like alone or lost or decaying, like winter, when it gets like that, it's okay to go within, to talk to your higher self, to go and confer about the incubation of new seeds, of new ideas. It's a quiet time. Winter is a quiet time, a time to just stay indoors, literally go indoors inside your doorway of third eye of conscious space. And up there, meet with God, Source, Universe, and mull over contemplate some of the new things that you're going to start to get little inklings of, little seeds planted in your mind of. And know that you're going to be able to implement them, implant them into the world through your actions and your words and your relationships so that they can then spring up when the weather warms. Meaning, as we get warmed up by expressing our new ideas, talking with others about the new things that we're going through, letting them know where we're at in life and letting them know affirmatively what it is that we are working on. As we do that, that's the trick. The trick is we're popping it out into the world and it's getting magnified. Now, if you share some good stuff with other people and they kind of like cut it down or they're like, that sounds like crap, well, it's good to listen and hear that. You can always mirror that back to them, right? That's another video. You can always mirror back to them, hey, what I hear you saying is my idea is garbage. They're just saying to you what is all going on within them. They're just expressing what they see through their own personal ideas. So you can always be sure to go within to your higher consciousness, your higher self, and trust the little inspirations that you're getting are unique and valuable and good. You may not get any verification from other people around you when you're forging a new world, when you are the one authority who is bringing a unique bunch of seeds into the world that no one else has ever planted. You may not get any buy-in from other people, but don't you worry about that. You'll always have people like me, people who are spiritually awake, who understand that you are a unique spiritual being having a very unique personal experience, and that your contributions to the world, to your relationships, to everything that you interact with are incredibly rare, incredibly valuable, incredibly universe working through you type stuff. So, what else do we have here? We also see in the back that there's the snow on the trees. What are we looking at there? That's telling us that in the winter there still is growth, right? Those trees go right through the winter, just like we do. We're going to go through the winter or the down times or the conflicting times or the ouchy ouch times of our life. And we're still going to gather that white light snow. We're still going to get favor from the God source, still going to get that light flooding into our consciousness. So even if things look like they're breaking down, remember, it's always breaking to the increase. Again, this is the trickery of it. The trick of it is to have that attitude that the universe is working for you, not against you. That things are unfolding in your favor, and how might they be? Ask yourself, how might this be helpful, whatever you're going through? Then you're going to start to seed those answers of help coming towards you. Again, that's the trick of it, how to live life in a way that is going to be moving forward, moving upward, moving outward, moving like that green health and wellness dragon, that spiritual dragon that we all each have as our true identity, our true makeup in the world. So the last thing I'm going to say here about this is what? Well, we don't want to be duped. We don't want to be duped or tricked into thinking that our new ideas are crap. Why? Because if somebody else doesn't understand what you're doing, if they come against it because they haven't really taken your position and looked through your eyes, then you can kind of tell that they're just either not ready for it or maybe they just are preoccupied with some other beliefs and ideas in their own life that are important for them to be doing, for them to be expressing into the world, and that your idea or your information in the moment is conflicting for them. So they have to stand against it or they have to speak against it. They're not really speaking against us in those situations. It's not really like they're tricking us like that. What's really happening is they're just affirming and expressing the things that they need to do in the moment so that they can continue to bring their unique expressions into the world. So if you have conflicts with others, just remember everybody is doing what they are naturally inspired to do in the moment. And if there's things that are unacceptable, of course, you need to let them know this is not acceptable. But remember that there's always a chance to bring union if we look at things through each other's eyes and really try to understand what's going on. You can tell the difference between people that are doing goody in the world and people that are doing destructive stuff. You just know because you are not being tricked at all. Follow your intuition, stay close to the white light, do the things you really sense God, source, or universe would have you do, things that you really believe are good for yourself and for other selves around. That's your reading. Enjoy it. I had a great time reading it for you. Now look, subscribe to this channel. Why? If you subscribe to the channel, you'll get more videos like this. Daily spiritual tips, daily card readings, daily oracle readings for you. Way up with the energy too. So you're going to get all that flavor and all of that reading information to help blossom and support your spiritual aspirations. All your goals in the world, they're all obtainable. It's just as simple as knowing and doing. So good when you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how this reading hit you. Let me know what you're working on. Whatever. Let me know if you have any questions. I want to be here to help support your spiritual life. Take care. Have a great day.